Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 and the Survival Series. Right, so it's February and the snow is falling. It has been coming down quite a bit. It's actually pretty deep. And it does point out as well the amount of hay that I missed when I was cutting the grass around here. So probably need to pick that up at some point. It's a shame it doesn't rot, but hey ho. Some of it was difficult to pick up with that baler though. So I'm going to blame that. That's the main reason. But yeah, look how deep it is. The snow's just going to keep falling. So we can't really do much when it comes to work, setting up the field, anything like that, or even trying to go around and do some grass work, even though we probably can't do any grass work as it is. We've mowed up most of the field itself. We have extended it out to the boundary, so if I just quickly show you the map again, I have extended it out like I pointed out in the last episode, and then did a boundary on this field, and again with the farm just to give me a bit of a layout of the land. So I've been busy chopping trees. I've got 8,400 in the bank account. We've got a few trees to take, and that is going to be the main aim of this episode. While it's snowing so much, we're going to try and generate some cash. I've also got some strawberries that I want to sell, so like I said, the main aim is to get some money. In the last episode as well, I said I'd be searching for a few mods. Now, I have found a couple of mods that will make things a lot better for us, a lot more achievable price-wise. But the only issue is it's not an actual pickup wagon. It's not a forage wagon. It is, however, something along them lines. So it is going to be an aim to maybe do something like that, but actually I'll lift that up. Yeah, I think it's going to be an aim to do something like that. But I've also decided to not only just do some grass silage in a pit, we're also going to tackle that field, and I'm going to go for oats. If we look at this calendar, you can see that oats, we can get them in by April at the latest. We're now in February, it doesn't give us long, and we've got a lot of work to do. I would like to extend that field out because initially I wanted to do some grass in the bit of the section that's not been ploughed. Obviously I can't do that because there's no point. We've got much more grass fields around this area, just in that direction. There's much more land there that we may as well actually focus that bit for just the crop. So ideally I'd like to spread it out. I really would. Let's just start dragging some of these. So yeah, like I said, the aim is to do both. We're going to buy each piece of equipment as we need them. We're not going to try and get it all in one go. We're just going to start off with, obviously we need a pit. We've got the mower, got the windrow and all that kind of stuff. So the next thing after that is something to pick it up and put it in the pit, basically. But in between that, we're going to try and get some equipment to do the field. So we definitely need a plough because I do want to expand it out. And if we can't get a plough, we just have to work with what we've got. Then we're going to need some kind of cultivator. That is, I'd say, the main aim for this. So let's start dragging some of this so we can make some money. So we've obviously got a few here to start grabbing. Now I'm just going to try and grab them all, to be honest with you, and see what happens. I think it's better to just go for it. Not all the ones, just these ones over here. In fact, why not? Let's see what happens. You only live once. It's either going to work or it's not. This is a big one here. I'll leave them three just because of where they are. I think there's 3 pieces there now. This is going to be interesting. This really is. So let's just see if we can winch them. I think Z was the winch. Can't winch. We need to turn it on. There we go. Now let's try it. There we go. I think we might be moving backwards a little bit here. Yep. So we've obviously got hardly any grip here. This might have been a poor idea. We've just not got enough power. I think the snow's not helping as well. If we didn't have the snow on the ground, we'd be able to move here a little bit. Let's see if we can put it down on the ground without making a difference. Nope, not at all. So I think what we're going to have to do is, unfortunately, we're going to have to release them, aren't we? So let's shift B. There we go. And let's start again. Let's just go with a few. Let's not try and rush this. Obviously it's not going to work very well with the snow. I mean, what I could have done is just taken a few off. I don't know why I released them all, but we did. So let's press that one, maybe 2 more, and we'll see how that goes. I think that should be fine then. Them two at the back, I think I should do them on their own because they are massive. There we go, we're moving. That's fine. So we'll just take them in small chunks. If we need to winch in, we can do that as well. There is a fast winch, I'm sure there is. Is it Shift Z? There you go. That's a much better winch. Alright. Tell you what, this snow is really, really making things interesting. Come on, that's it. You stay right where I want you, straight behind. Whoa. There we go. So we'll try and drop them off spot on here. Fingers crossed it works. I did learn from the last one as well that if I cut one and use it to push the others, that seems to make a massive difference. Let's see if I can maneuver these a bit better. There we go, that should do. So let's just disconnect these. Nope, don't want that one. There we go. See what we can sell here. So there we go, we sold a few. Not much, but we sold a few. So if I just cut probably that bit there. And I should... Oh, still a bit heavy that is. There we go, this should work. Try and push these along. It does make it easier than driving all the way to the shop. There we go, just made £938. If we, I'd say, cut that, push this one, and give this a little nudge as well. There we go, so we're at 10,600, so we've made quite a bit of money there. But what I'm going to quickly do before we carry on with that is I'm going to just actually go and sell these strawberries because they are at a good price and they're only going to go down now. I think turn it off, that's it. Yeah, I think the price was probably the best in January, so we're actually a little bit behind, but I think if we just go sell them now, at least it won't get any worse. I can't believe how much snow's fallen. There we go. So let's just make sure they're all strapped. They are, and then off we go. So I think this is the road. It looks like it is. We'll try our best to stick to the road. It's a little bit difficult to see it at the moment. I mean, ideally we'd want a bit of a plough here and make the road a little bit friendly for us to use. We are running low on fuel as well, so we need to keep an eye out on that. So we've got 5,000 litres of strawberries on here, which isn't bad. It's hopefully going to give us a couple of thousand and top up the money to 12,000. Now I think I did find one piece of equipment that was going to be really good. It's very strange, but it's good for picking up grass from the ground and putting it into a pit. And I think that was around 12,000 as well, so we should be alright for that. But the problem is we then need a cultivator, seeder, all that kind of stuff's really achievable as well, because the price of the mods that I found for the seeding side or the arable side of things is actually pretty good. But finding a loading wagon has been difficult, it really has, or a wrapper. There's some serious snow. Right, so here we are. Not too far of a drive. I'm sure it gets longer each time, but it's not too bad. Speaking about the map as well, No Man's Land, I do know that there's been an update, but I haven't updated it yet. But I was looking at the actual changelog, and they have updated the sell points now, so I think they're combined into one. So let's see how far this goes. It's still going up, and we've still got quite a bit left. They are bouncing around a bit. So what we're going to get with, we're going to end around 1,380. That is a lot less than what I thought. I thought it would be at least £2,000. But oh well, it is what it is. I do like how everything seems to have snow textures now. Even this trailer's got snow textures. I know that the mods come out, which was really useful for the real dirt textures and stuff there, so that it sticks on your vehicle. As you can see, the snow is all over the John Deere now as well, so I do like that. But the weather isn't very good. So I'll head back, and like I said, we'll focus on getting some money in the bank. We really do need to get through them trees, because without the trees, we're not going to be able to get what we need. Now, doing well, we're at 12,000, but I definitely want to try and progress quite a bit within this episode itself. So it's going to be a lot of probably jump cuts of me chopping some trees and yeah, selling them while the weather is like this. So when it does improve, we can pretty much crack on and get straight to work. Right, so let's go top up with a bit of fuel. I don't know how many litres I've got in there. I don't think I've got many at all, to be honest. If we just press this, we've got 50 litres. So we're just going to have to use as much as we've got here, that's everything. So I'm hoping that'll last us out for a little bit. I can always buy some more, but I don't want to spend any money. I really do want to save it for what we need. So let's try and go and sell these two big logs. And we'll see how it pulls. I'll try and get this group of them here and hope that it does the job. So let's start with this one. There we go. And we'll move over to this one. And what we'll do is, if it doesn't move, we'll just take them off one by one this time. So it might make things a little bit easier. We'll take that as well, because every little helps. And finally, we'll go with this one here. Let's go see if this pulls now. Which it does. So last time I think it was just a little bit too much. Hey, oh, it's stuck again. Come on, you can do it. It's dying, isn't it? It starts moving, but then it dies. It's completely losing grip. I believe if we weren't on snow, this would work. I think it's just a little bit tricky for it, so let's drop off. Can't drop that one off, but we can stop this one maybe. So let's try that now. Let's try and winch him in, see if that helps. There we go. We're moving anyway. Bit slow, but it'll do the job. I think it's this one in the middle there. It's just stuck on the others, which is obviously causing a problem. I'll tell you what, definitely earning this. This is not a simple job. There we go. 1,700 for that. That is really good. I'm hoping that will sell. Well, it sold most of them, but it's not bad. 1,100 and then another £161. That is not bad going. It really isn't. So now we're at 15,000. Just made another £3,000. So it goes to show, if we put the hard work in here, we can definitely make enough money to get what we need. I mean, we could, if we wanted to, try and just generate 30,000. We'd need probably about 36,000 to get a bunker and a proper pickup wagon, and then make our money through that after. So let's just grab this one. Just trying to think now. We could probably go and grab the others with this, I think. And then it's going to be about me chopping down more trees after that. So let's get that. We'll get that one. And then I think there's just one here. There might be two actually. I think there is. There we go. So let's see how this goes. They are in a bit of a weird place, and yeah, it's going to hit the tractor. We should probably move the tractor out of the way. And we have got some in the back of here in a trailer, just some little bits that we can go and take as well. So if we just try and winch these forward a little bit, I think that's the maximum we can do because of that one there. And then let's try and grab this one as well. It's going to be a challenge because that is probably the biggest one. But I think it's working. We are pulling them. Probably winch that one there. It's a bit too much. I think that's causing an issue. Yeah, let's sort this out. I don't want that one. Go away. Right, so let's start with this one at the back. It's probably easiest to do that and then work from there. There we go, and finally the big one. And now we shouldn't have an issue. Probably best to not winch as well so close to the back of your tractor. So I think now we can winch it a little bit. This is turning out to be quite interesting. Winching logs in the snow. So we got another £600 there, and now this will be the last of these little bits. There we go. So £116, we're up to nearly 17,000. So let's go and back up and get this big log, see what that gives us. And after that, we've just got the little bits left in that trailer, and then I'll probably chop down maybe one, if not two more, and just see how much money we've got then. Now I hope this works, or else we're going to have to chop this in half. It's massive. See, these are the size you want to be taking. This really is a good sized tree. It's a pain to chop down because you have to cut the branches as well, but it's it does give quite a bit. So let's just drop that bit there and see if we can sell that. £881 for that. Good money. Right, so what I'll do, because obviously it's going to just be a whole episode of me dragging logs along the floor in the snow, which, don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool, but it can't be the whole episode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on getting another tree chopped down, maybe two, and I'll do the exact same thing, and we'll see how much money I end up with after doing a couple more. Right, so welcome back. As you can see, the money has jumped up. I'm now at 26,000. I sold 2 trees exactly, and yeah, it's shot up. So each tree is really good money. So now I'm just driving over to the field just to take a quick look. I did put my hazards on because I thought what I was doing was technically a hazard. So I thought it was perfect. So let's just take a bearing of this field then. So you can see that the patch I've got really could be extended quite a bit out. Probably a little bit more of a rounded shape, up to, well, we can expand it quite a bit. So I think it would make a massive difference. We could probably increase our yield here by about 50% by doing this. So it's definitely worth doing. But obviously a plough is going to be a little bit expensive. I'll see if I can find a reasonably priced one that's a bit second-hand, and doesn't matter if it's small. It's not the biggest field to work in anyway, so it should work. But I think for the weather we've got, we've done pretty well. It's just snow, not much else we can do. We definitely need to go and get ourselves some equipment after this. But I think with us sitting at 26,000 now, that is pretty good going, and we can't complain at that. So first thing I want to do before I end the video is I'm going to show you what tools I've got in mind then. So we've obviously looked in the last episode at the seeders, cultivators and all that kind of stuff. We're pretty good for that. Even the harvester as well. We're all good for that. We can afford them things going along. But what I do want to show you is forage wagons. So like I said, I couldn't find one traditional, that's reasonably priced. But I did find this, which is 5,500, but I need a trailer for it. And it kind of works out a little bit more expensive than my other option, and I actually really like this thing, which is this. It's a beast. Look at the size of it. It's like a bucket with a conveyor belt going to it, so it picks up the grass. You can tell that it's Eastern European just by the font here. It looks a bit Russian, definitely Eastern European. And yeah, so it'll go around, it'll pick it up. There isn't an animation on this bit, unfortunately. It would be really cool if you saw the grass pick up and then be dragged up and tip into here, but it doesn't work like that. So you see the animation of the pickup, and then you see the animation of it just filling up over here. But there is no drop in here, there is no on the conveyor belt. But I have to say, I really like this. This is dead unique. I don't think I've seen it before be used at all, so maybe it's the first to put this on a video. I'm guessing. I wouldn't know, but I haven't seen one of these before in real life, and I haven't seen one certainly on a video. But the good thing about it, like I said, is it picks it up, puts it in here. It's not too bad price. We've got £12,000 here, 12,000 litres as well, so £1,000 for every 1,000 litres, which is pretty good. 12,000 litres is not bad. And yeah, when it's full, you just obviously back up into the pit, press tip, and then this half of the bucket kind of opens up and it drops out. So it really does tip quite well. And I really do think that this is going to be awesome. So I think I might buy this. And then obviously all we need then is the bunker. And then we're pretty good then. We can just do silage. And then at some point, obviously, we'll get a better trailer maybe. And we'll also need a bucket for the front loader. But I think overall, this isn't bad. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to buy the bunker, because we're definitely going to be using a bunker. It's a lot cheaper than getting a wrapper. It really is. To do this way. Now I'm just trying to figure out where to do this, because we don't want it too far away from the grass field, but we don't want it to be too far away from any animals that we get. So I am thinking that maybe a good medium point would be around here. And I have been clearing out this area here, so why not? Should we just stick one in now? And we're going to go for this £6,400 medium silo. Doesn't have to be too big, but I think this will be perfect. So let's just plonk that there. And there we go. We've now got a silo to... Well, it's a bunker. It's not a silo, but you know what I mean. It's a bunker silo to go and put some, obviously, grass in when we pick up the other tool, which is going to be 12,000. But I'm not going to buy that just yet, because we might need to get a plough beforehand. And we're going to work with what we've got in the time we've got. So really now I'd say the priority is to get this field sorted out. We've got 2 months to get some oat seeds in that ground, and I think we can do it. But we definitely need to plough to make a new field boundary, and then we're also going to need to cultivate. In fact, we don't need to cultivate because we can plant straight from ploughing. But what we do need then is a seeder. We're going to need some seeds. It'd be nice to get a roller because they are cheap, and then also just something like a small fertiliser spreader and some solid fert. I think we can do that, definitely. And then we can worry about the harvester after, and as we go we'll get the pickup wagon that I just showed you to tip into here, because that's all we're going to need after that, because we can just drive over it with the tractor. We don't need anything to compact it. We might be able to use the roller that I pick up for the field, you never know, to compact as well. But I think we can do this. But like I said, we're just going to go piece by piece, what we need at the time, instead of getting all the pieces that might just sit there and waiting. A bit like this. This is technically going to sit there and wait, but it wasn't too bad, and we're still at 19,000, nearly 20. So we can definitely move on and probably buy a plough at least, and start some work in the next episode. And hopefully by then this snow will stop and we might see some of the ground again. But on that note, I am going to leave the video there. So thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, because that does help my channel out. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.